Hey guys, welcome back. Today with a bit of a shorter video because we have nothing really going on in the past days. We have bullish news, we have bearish news and everything in between. So without further ado, we go into CoinMarketCap and look at the stats. The altcoin season meter went back to Bitcoin, so when the market drops, usually it goes in the direction of Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin falls, everything falls even harder. It's just the way it is. And the Fear and Greed Index is at neutral 53. That's kind of great news because the markets don't overheat yet. And we know that a bull market cycle ends with extreme greed. And we are far from that. I see that as a win. So what we're seeing right now is not really pleasant. Bitcoin dropped about 5,000 from the all-time high, $8,000. Ethereum dropped $400. That's quite a lot. And the whole crypto market, well, yeah, you see, not really good. But that doesn't keep us from talking about the news. So what are we seeing here? Reg Fencer says BlackRock just dumped 500 million worth of BTC. What you have to know, BlackRock doesn't do that. The people that hold the ETF are selling. Is that bullish? No, not at all. That's quite bearish. So 500 million just wiped off the market. That's not good. So many people are in fear and they start selling. I hope this doesn't make a cascade and we see more selling in the next few days. That would be, well, terrible. I hope that doesn't happen. Next one. Bitcoin is being suppressed by Altcoin Daily. You will read that a lot. If you're new to the space, you will read that a lot. Bitcoin being suppressed is nothing new. Gold is being suppressed. Silver is being suppressed. All stocks are being suppressed. Real estate is being suppressed. The money markets do what they are doing concerning gold. The gold futures decide the gold price, and that's a story in itself. But everything is pretty much manipulated. I forgot to like these posts. So if you read this is nothing new. Bitcoin is being suppressed. If we have a real gold price, if you put it to the M2 money supply and the historic chart, gold has to be at about 20,000, but it is not. It is at 3,000 right now, and Bitcoin should be at above $200,000. But it's not happening, and yeah, it's being suppressed. That's the truth. Just sold some Bitcoin to renovate my house, zero regrets. Yes, this is a topic I maybe make a video by itself, because this guy, maybe he understood it. You can't take your Bitcoin to your grave. It's all about freedom. Bitcoin is time. So you save in Bitcoin because it's a limited asset and it grows with the money supply. Your dollars will be worth less and less, and Bitcoin will be worth more and more. Because if you have unlimited supply of money and it hits a limited supply of Bitcoin, the only thing that can happen is that the Bitcoin price goes up concerning dollars. And so if you have something your heart wishes, like this guy, he wanted to renovate his house, of course, sell, do it. Take the money and then make some wishes come true. It's absolutely okay. We're not here to marry these Bitcoin. Of course, you take some off the stack if you want to buy something that you really long for. Legend, like this guy. Whoop. Just in, ARK Invest sells 500 Bitcoin worth 64 million. So if you don't know this woman, this is Cathie Woods from ARK Invest. This is an investment firm, and it is this is concerning about technology and all this stuff. And she bought Bitcoin, I think 2021, 2020 or something like that. And she starts selling too, or not she herself. The ETF is getting rid of some Bitcoin. Not really bullish. Not really bullish. That's not good because she's always hyper bullish on Bitcoin. Now she starts selling. Whew, not good. Okay, next one. Bitcoin linear scale, this 8-year trendline deviation will cause a huge crash. Okay, we talked about trend analysis in the last video. And this is another example because this chart reaches back to the bull run in 2017, 2018. And if you draw this line, it almost hits perfectly these two tops in the last bull run. And now look at this. It hit there almost perfectly. And now we shot above that. So what can happen? This might be just a wick. So we get a bit above and then crash down. Might happen. Or, and this is the bullish one, we break this trend line. This almost 8-year trend line. We get here a confirmation and then a breakout. When that happens, we go up. I tell you, we go up. It might go both ways. That's the topic of this video. Everything can happen. It can go up, it can go down. Everyone on YouTube or Twitter who's telling you that he knows where the chart is going is just simply lying to you. We're all just guessing. So this is a nice post. Bitcoin should be legalized as money. Let it compete with the US dollar. Ron Paul, it's a big name in finance and in politics. And he says Bitcoin should be legalized as money. That's bullish. Let's go. Fed admits banks can bank Bitcoin. Jerome Powell says banks are perfectly able to handle Bitcoin. So banks get green light to maybe custody, give out, or consult all about cryptocurrency. This is hyper bullish. This is good news because more and more people get dragged into the space like this, and that's what we want to see. Clark says, I found a pattern whales used to pump alts. Short story. He thinks the recent breakout will lead to Solana pumping up. This might happen. It's a pretty interesting thread if you want to read it. He has more to say on this, Clark. I won't go into that, but if you want to read it, copy this post and read it. Nice one. Tomorrow, we're entering the BTC breakout zone. The entire market will go parabolic and many altcoins will pump 200, 300x, blah, 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 blah. Hyper bullish post again. And this is what I talked about. We have a breakout here. Maybe we get the confirmation down here and then we break out to the upside. Might happen. It's analysis. Might happen. He compares it to the last bull cycle. If it turns out like this, would be awesome. We're gonna see this. Nice post. People compare projects like their altcoins trading on the same playground when Supra is building a different game entirely. So if you've watched my video about Supra, something strange happened recently. I can show it here. We have the OKB token. And the OKB token is something, no, that's the wrong one. OKX token. If you look at this, this is pretty strange. Does this look like a natural growth to you? So what happened there? OKB, OKX, the exchange, that's their own token. OKB is the exchange token of the centralized exchange OKX. And on there, they have this governance token and they just halved the supply. So 300, there were 300 max supply. Now the circulating is 21 million and it was 42 if I'm not mistaken. And now they just halved it and now all the coins were worth the double. Is this natural growth? No, it's not. But people see this and then they buy in. The problem I see with this, and that is what Joshua Topkin also sees as a problem. You can't do that all the time. So if you do that another time, so then we have 10.5 million, and then we have 5.25 million, and you do it all the time. You have the supply all the time. People will see that that's kind of a strange behavior, and you just manipulate your own price, the price of your own token. If you do it once, absolutely okay, and it worked, as you see. It worked absolutely. People saw that and they meant, okay, I have to put money into that now. But if you do it too often, you might get into problems. So I like the way Joshua Topkin deflects that. They don't want to do this. They act in a whole different space. That's another topic for itself. The other one is an exchange token. His token is for an AI-driven automated financial universe, as he calls it. And so, well, you see stuff like that is happening all the time. People burn their token to artificially pump the price. Don't fall for that. It often just is for a slim duration, the pumps. This one is quite interesting too. Last bull run cycles we saw, 2011, duration 9 months, bear market hit in month 6. Duration, blah, 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 blah. It's always the same. And now the duration of the bear market 2021 was 9 months. And now we are in month 6 right now, depending to this guy. If you look it up, it is not really like that. He's maybe 7 months, sometimes 8 months, and sometimes it's longer. But posts like this are hyper bullish. I like them, and he even posted the normal bull market chart. And he says right now we are in the bear trap. A bear trap means that we have an artificial dump. So Bitcoin drops. If you go into the yearly chart, we don't see it at all. So maybe we get down even further to 100k or something. Then we have the so-called bear trap. People sell because of fear, and then the big players load up like crazy, and then this final massive pump happens. Could play out, but it also could play out that we drop to the next bear market in October or something like that. This makes me bullish. I like that. Next one. Just in, Eric Trump says every bank will adopt XRP crypto. Why did I bookmark that? This guy predicted $1,000 XRP price. Guys, don't fall for these people. Don't fall for them. I'm gonna look for that. He's always hyper bullish. $100 XRP is absolutely unrealistic, guys. Absolutely unrealistic. If that happens, well, good luck to him. But people like that, you have them all the time, and they always say hyper bullish stuff like that, and they pump their own tokens. You can be 100% sure that this guy has a big bag of XRP, and he just bull posts on X, and he wants people to buy in, so his own bags get pumped. Don't fall for that. Do your own research. Next post. Larry Fink, named interim co-chair of the World Economic Forum. Well, if you don't know what the World Economic Forum is, this is the club of the wealthy and rich. Maybe the club of the wealthiest and the richest. And now Larry Fink, who is pretty bullish on Bitcoin, is co-chair. That might be a big one. We will see. Ethereum reached all-time highs in transaction count, active addresses, and throughput. So, the fundamentals of Ethereum are awesome, but the price, meh, doesn't look that good. Might be just for a short duration, but bullish things happening on Ethereum also. The Real World, if you don't know what The Real World is, that's a platform from Andrew Tate. They are now partnering with TradingView to boost the crypto courses. This might be cool because more and more people will dive into crypto. This means more people come into the space, more people buy, more people consult for crypto, and that means more people come into the space, more capital comes into the space. I like to see this. That's cool. And maybe two more. We have Cynthia Lummis. That's a big one in the cabinet of Donald Trump. We can solve $37 trillion of debt by buying more Bitcoin, but we can revalue gold and use it to build strategic Bitcoin reserves. This is insane. She wants to sell gold to buy Bitcoin. And guys, if that happens, gold has an enormous market cap. I think 20 billion. Let's look it up. What's the global market cap of gold? So the AI tells me 22 trillion, and this might be correct. So our Bitcoin market cap is right now at 3 trillion, and gold is at 22 trillion. And if we revalue and sell gold for Bitcoin, this is hyper bullish. I like that. China is about to unban. So this China ban stuff, I looked it up. It's pretty strange because most people say that China always unbanned and banned, unbanned and banned crypto. But what I found is they didn't really unban it. They just made restrictions and then they took part of that back. But most of the restrictions state. So Bitcoin, China is really cautious concerning the Bitcoin topic and crypto topic. So once they have clear regulation, once they have that, maybe more people from China will come into the markets also. And the last one for today, imagine working to print money just to get money by printing money so you could have money. This is what you work for, guys. This is what you work for. Let's look at it. Bam, and a few trillion. Bam, and a few million. Bam, another billion. And you work for that. You put your time in to get that. And they just print it. Think about it. It might be worth a thought or two. Buy Bitcoin, study Bitcoin, or financial advice. See you in the next one. Bye.